So I saw my doctor yesterday. I showed him the rash that's been growing on my backside. Would you believe the guy just ignored me and kept pushing his cart down the aisle at the store? In today's video, we'll be testing the Flowmaster Super HP-2 muffler on my 2002 GMC Sierra Z71 with the 5.3 liter V8 motor. At the time of recording, I paid roughly $140 for this muffler. So what kind of technology does this muffler feature to warrant that kind of price? Well, according to Flowmaster, the Super HP-2 performance muffler delivers the benefits of a high-performance street race muffler, but is small enough for applications such as street rods, customs, lowriders, sports trucks, or industrial applications where heat control and space are an issue. It features an innovative cool shell casing, a key feature in contributing to the muffler's sound and heat control design. Advanced Laminar flow technology, we'll look at that in a second, produces broadband sound cancellation of higher, raspier frequencies for a rich, growly, and bassy tone. This compact muffler is built from either 409S or 304 stainless steel. This smooth, stylish muffler can be polished or coated for a great-looking, show-ready finish. So what's up with laminar flow? First is the entry cone. Exhaust is accelerated as it passes through the perforated cone into the outer core. The perforation pattern and entry angle are specifically engineered to provide optimum airflow. The sound energy is reflected and redirected back into itself as well as into the outer thermal core by the carefully selected taper angle of the entry cone. Second is the laminar flow area. Exhaust gases are released and allowed to expand into this section in multiple layers due to the tapered angle of the entry cone. This produces a controlled laminar flow pattern that reduces turbulence inside. Sound waves lose energy through the expansion of the exhaust gases and reflective angles of the cones, which direct the waves into the thermal barrier material. The barrier between the outer core and the case provides a portion of the muffler's sound energy absorption. This barrier is engineered to deliver much lower exterior case temperatures, allowing the muffler to be placed closer to heat-sensitive areas. Finally, the exhaust reaches the exit cone. Increased surface area and angle of the tapered exit provide an easy exit for the hot exhaust gases that encourages the flow out of the muffler. The carefully selected taper angle of the exit directs and focuses the sound energy back into itself. This convergence of sound waves reduces the sound level as it passes out of the muffler. So that's an awful lot of science and words that go over the top of my head. I really want to know, how does this thing sound? On my stock 2002 GMC Sierra, stock manifolds, catalytic converters are still on the truck. Basically, it's just a muffler swap. So I'd encourage you to find a good set of headphones for optimum sound quality. Enjoy the video. you're enjoying the content here on the Daninator channel and you'd like to help out and look good doing it, check out Daninator.com. You'll find a variety of automotive-related humorous and parody t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, hats, stickers, and more. Every purchase you make goes directly to helping the Daninator channel grow and is greatly appreciated. So check out Daninator.com after the video. Now, let's get back to the action. Okay, so what are my impressions of the Flowmaster Super HP-2 with Laminar flow technology? Well, I could say that the drone level is comparable to what the Super 10 was like. 1500 to 1700 RPM is the loudest that you hear the drone. Currently I'm doing 65, about 1900 RPM, and there's really no drone level whatsoever. It's very comfortable, and I can hear the exhaust tone. We're going to get up to about 75 here in just a second, and we'll see what the drone level's like there. But for like typical highway driving, anywhere from 50 to 55 miles per hour, it's right around that 1500 to 1700 RPM drone range, and it's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. I've had this thing straight piped, I've had this thing cherry bomb glass packed, and they didn't drone this much. My very limited experience with Flowmaster mufflers on this truck, the two that I've had so far, they've droned decently, and Super 10 was pretty bad. I ended up taking it off, but the exhaust note was incredible on the Super 10. I think probably one of my most favorite mufflers I've had on the 5.3 engine. So you just have to figure out how to get rid of that drone, and I know there are ways to get rid of it with Helmholtz resonators or a J-pipe or something like that, but I haven't invested my time or money into something like that. So this really is just kind of like a baseline, just a swap of your mufflers. When you do that, you deal with drone. So now I'm doing about 77 miles an hour, 2100 RPM. I can hear the exhaust tone. It's not very loud from the inside. It's very quiet in here. With the Super 10 or with the 8-inch glass pack, you could hear that exhaust tone from the inside of the vehicle. not the drone, the actual exhaust note. You can actually hear it. It's that loud. The Super HP-2, in my opinion, is significantly quieter than the Super 10. The HP-2 does have a very nice sound, but if you're looking for something really aggressive and loud, I don't think the HP-2 is going to be for you. But if you're looking for a nice mellow sound that's better than your stock muffler, louder than your stock muffler, and has more of an aggressive sound to it, I think the HP is a good way to go. I paid roughly 140 bucks for it. So, are you paying for the sound, or are you paying for the performance that it claims to have with the laminar flow? I'm not exactly sure, but I think you might be able to find similar sound for less money. So that's something to consider. I do plan on buying at least one more Flowmaster muffler, and I'll give a comparison of all three at some point. So I was really curious about this muffler due to the laminar flow and how that would affect the sound. I do plan on putting this on my Camaro as well. I mean, I like it. I don't dislike it. It's not as loud as I hoped it would be. I bought the shorter of the two HP-2 mufflers that they offer, thinking that maybe a shorter body would be a little bit louder. So overall, I really do like it. It's a nice sounding muffler. It's got a good tone to it. But is it $140 worth? I don't know. The Super 10 was much cheaper, had a much more aggressive tone, and then you got the whole lineup of cherry bombs that I think sound pretty good on this thing too. So I don't know. You're buying laminar flow technology, you're buying a Flowmaster name, you're buying a compact, space-saving design with that cool shell technology so it doesn't get super hot. So is this truck the perfect application for it? Probably not. Maybe more like a hot rod where your muffler's underneath your feet or something, like the floorboard. There are definitely cheaper options that sound, I think, just as good. So take that opinion for what it's worth. It's my hillbilly opinion of the Flowmaster Super HP-2 muffler. Overall, I give it a thumbs up. I like it. Price point, maybe not so much.
So that'll do it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you have a Super HP-2 on your vehicle? What do you think of the sound? Is the Super HP-2 worth the roughly $140 price point? What other mufflers would you recommend? As always, thanks for watching. God bless. Be sure and hit that like switch on your way out. We'll see you next time.